Hello again, everybody. I'm the Dude 5 back with another video. Today, we'll be continuing our walkthrough series of Middle-earth: Shadow of War with Part 12. We're going to be wrapping up the last of the Bruise quests, and then I'm going to be conquering also one of the last two fortresses that I have yet to conquer in this game before we can complete the final mission of the campaign, which will be Cirith Ungol. I did try conquering it once before, however, I ended up capturing all the points and defeating all the war chiefs, but I ended up losing somehow to the Overlord the first time around, so it's going to be really easy to capture, and then we're just going to end up really just facing the Overlord again.
Ranger, we have to act quickly. Follow me.
Let me guess, you received?
I accidentally forgot to activate one of my XP boosts.
Aye, and you're not gonna like what he had to say.
For this one mission, but that's okay.
Boys and poisoned them. He wants you to know that if you don't move fast, they'll die.
He needs to be stopped.
While you sort this mess out, I'll get back to Trek and Bruise. Ratbag and Gravewalker, we make quite a team. You're ignoring me, aren't you? Is it because I said Ratbag first? How about the Gravewalker and Ratbag? Better?
I've got quite a bit of work to do as far as recruiting more orcs and more powerful orcs to help take over Gorgoroth. So I'm not going to be covering Gorgoroth in this video. I'm going to do it off screen, and then when we come back for part 13, the final part in the campaign, we'll do the final mission. Really quick, guys, I do want to say, I know over the past few videos I've said that I was going to save the final parts of Stage 10 of Shadow Wars for my final video. I've been playing Shadow Wars for the past several days now, and it's so daunting. Oh my god. I mean, it is literally nothing but attack and defend fortresses, and it just keeps getting more and more difficult, and it keeps causing me more stress. And to me, going through 10 stages of extremely difficult attack and defend fortress gameplay, it's literally like you do like single like each, like the first 4 stages, it's like you're only defending one fortress at a time, but then once it gets to like stage 5, 6, and 7, you're defending 2 fortresses at a time, and then it gets to 3, and then all 4, and it's so, and it keeps getting harder and harder and harder and more stressful, all just for one final cutscene and the end of the game. It's really not worth it, in my opinion. I don't know why. I mean, I understand why they did it. I mean, I think they were thinking, hey, you know, we don't show the very tail end of the game until they, you know, complete all these stages of Shadow Wars. That'll give them incentive to try to figure out what the complete, you know, ending to the story is. I didn't mean to fall so far there, but that's okay. Leaves me time to talk. So I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'll just make a separate video for like, and have like background video of like some orc fight pits on maggot level difficulty. I'll just do like a 10-minute little video with some background video, and I'll give my review of this game in that video, in that separate video that I make. But for part 13 of this series, which will be the final video of the campaign, I will leave a link in the description of part 13, the next and final episode of this series. I will leave a link in the description to the ending of the game that will show you what happens to Talion after Shadow Wars, and then I'll give my review of this game in a separate video after that. I won't showcase any part of Shadow Wars. I won't showcase any of it. I won't showcase the final fortress or fortresses of Stage 10. I'm just going to give some background video for like orc fight pits, and I'll do my own little review like I usually do, because to me it's just not worth it. Going through all that trouble just for the final cutscene, it's stupid. And then after Shadow of War, I'm actually gonna, just to be able to get it done, I'm gonna focus on the next few weeks on uploading all 6 parts of my infamous Second Son series that I have ready and waiting on my hard drive, just waiting to be, uploaded to my channel. I've had it for a while now, so I know it's an older game, but it's a great series. It's so far, I think it's the final game in the Infamous series. I don't know if they're going to make any more or not. There is a side game that was made alongside Infamous Second Son called Infamous First Light. It follows one of the other characters from Infamous Second Son, which is also really good. But Infamous 1 and 2 were just both amazing games. Infamous 2 more so because it was such a great sequel to such a great game to begin with. So it's one of my all-time favorites, and it's something that I want to have on my channel. So after Shadow of War, I will upload that, and then I will be focusing almost completely on LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, doing first-time playthrough all the levels, and then 100%ing and going through and doing that the same way I did LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens, is the same way I'll be doing LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. I'll do a main playthrough of all the levels, and then all the bonus and/or DLC levels that I have with my Seasons Pass. And then after we do a complete playthrough of all that the first time around, then that's when we'll go back through the levels 100%, and get all the collectibles in the open world as well. So I'm greatly looking forward to that. It's going to be another long LEGO series, same as LEGO Star Wars, but it's going to be well worth it. And then I'm thinking after LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 is when I'll do. I want to get rid of some DLC stuff. I still have the DLC packs for Watch Dogs 2. Still have the last few of those that I need to get on my channel. And also the Blade of Galadriel DLC story I said I'd do. So I'm thinking after that, I'll probably try to get rid of these DLC videos onto my channel. And then once I do that, I think I'll go ahead and start my Shadow of the Colossus series, and I'll do just, each video will be like one Colossus each, just so it'll kind of keep you guys coming back. I did play through it all the way through once, just to get a feel for it and figure out how to beat each Colossus. It is a freaking amazing game. It's one of the best games I've ever played. I don't know how I haven't played it until now, since it's been remade for the PS4, but it is such an amazing game. It's one of the greatest games ever made. It's one of the greatest games I've played. It's so challenging. It makes you think. It's really great. I highly, if anyone else out there who has already or is thinking about doing a walkthrough series on Shadow of the Colossus, even on normal difficulty, I highly, highly recommend playing through it first, so that way you get a feel for it, so that way when you do your walkthrough series, it doesn't take you too long to get through, and in each of your videos, it kind of looks like you guys know what you're doing. I'm sure most of you out there have already played through it numerous times. I'm talking to the people that haven't played it yet and who maybe want to. That's just kind of what I'm recommending to you guys. But I'm looking forward to doing that series. There's still a couple games that have been on my back burner for so long now, and that's my Assassin's Creed Chronicles trilogy series, and also Horizon Zero Dawn. I know they've been out for a long time now. They've been on my back burner for a while. I don't know when I'm going to get back to those, but I will let you guys know as soon as I decide to get back to those. We completed Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. We have to still do India and Russia. I do have Assassin's Creed Origins. And I still have Horizon Zero Dawn. For some reason, when I bought Horizon Zero Dawn, I could have sworn I purchased the deluxe edition digitally, and I thought that came with the season pass, so I thought the Frozen Wild would have automatically been granted to me, but for some reason it wasn't. So I'm gonna have to see if I should purchase the Frozen Wilds, so that way when I'm done with like the main story of when I'm done covering the main story of Horizon Zero Dawn on my channel, then I can cover the Frozen Wilds. I think the Frozen Wilds is essentially just a story expansion from what it looks like. I don't know all the details of it yet, but we'll get to that in the future. So But those are really the only two games I really have to finish, and then also there's Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and then also at some point in the near future this year, hopefully, I wanted to get to the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. I wanted to cover the other 3 Uncharted games on my channel since I did Uncharted 4. However, they will not be live streams. They will be edited and uploaded with commentary. Also, God of War, the new God of War, is coming out April 20th. I have pre-ordered the Deluxe Stonemason edition with all the collectibles. I'll probably do an unboxing video of that. I definitely plan on covering the new God of War on my channel, guys. I'm so greatly looking forward to it. It looks amazing. It looks completely remastered from the ground up, and that is so great. I like the original God of War games, but God of War 1, 2, and 3, especially, and then also God of War Ascension, they're all basically the same gameplay, the same style of game. It's just all basically the same, each and every one of them, and they're fun to play and experience for the story. But other than that, the longer they went on, the more it left kind of a bitter taste in gamer mouths, I think. But I'm still a huge fan of God of War's story, and now to see Kratos in a situation we have never seen him in before, and the game itself and the style of the game in this franchise just looks completely remastered from the ground up. Plus, I think it's kind of cool to see the fact that Kratos himself is the one that basically wiped out all of Greek mythology, and now he's essentially fighting against the world of Norse mythology. So it's like, Kratos was officially the end of the Greek era, and now he's in the world of Norse. It's really interesting. So not just the mythology, but now, between the fact that he now again has a child, who with we don't yet know, but apparently he has a son. He once had a daughter and a wife who he killed in his own blood-fueled rage, claiming he was tricked, but it was kind of also his own fault. So I'm looking forward to that. The fact that he has another child after so long and after the loss originally of his wife and daughter, I'm surprised that he had another child, but we'll see how this goes. But the relationship between him and his son, I think, is actually more, is a little bit more compelling than I think the relationship between him and his daughter would be. Because we never really got to see. I don't really know the story of God of War Ascension. I don't know if they show any of.
What's wrong? You've got an army to raise and a war to win, but here you are wasting time trying to rescue a brainless schmuck. Well, you had better be quick, because a pack of my categories woke up in a foul mood this morning, so I decided to cut them loose. They haven't eaten in days. You have to save Ranger. I'll stay out here in case Bruce.
I don't know if they show any of story aspects. I don't know if they show any relationship details or how his relationship with his wife and daughter were before he slaughtered them.
Did you really think I was done toying with you? Not even close. Run.
But I don't think they did. I've played God of War 1 through 3, and out of all of them, even seeing what I've seen of God of War Ascension, I haven't seen any relationship back and forth type of thing with him and his wife and his daughter. So the fact that they're able to show a relationship between him and the fruit of his loins, is a side of Kratos that none of us have seen before, and I'm excited to see that because it's new. It's something that we haven't seen before for one of our favorite video game characters. So I'm greatly looking forward to it. I've yet to see what other video games come out this year, but the next 2 big games I'm planning on covering on my channel that are most recent are going to be Shadow of the Colossus remake and also God of War when it comes out. So I'm greatly looking forward to those. I hope you guys are too. Trying to grow my channel. I don't know if I'm gonna try to find and take part in any more shout-out series on any other channels. I don't know how well it actually helps. I'm trying to kind of spread the word through my different social media networks as much as I can. I don't know who uses Twitter anymore.
Is it a trap? I saw Bruce
I know I
coming
usually
back,
don't.
And then I heard a bunch of explosions, and then you killed a bunch of... Oh, right. It was a trap. But no worries, I saw where he went. I'll track him down.
Yeah, I don't know who exactly uses Twitter anymore. I know I usually don't, and I know the fact that YouTube got rid of, a long time ago, YouTube got rid of connecting your YouTube to your Facebook account to automatically share, you know, whatever you were doing on YouTube would automatically show on your Facebook. They got rid of that a while back, and now you can only do it through your Twitter. I'm going to see if I can't kind of revamp my Twitter a bit, and then those of you that are interested in my channel that end up viewing my stuff and subscribing to me and turning on the bell icon can also stay updated through my Twitter once I get that up and going as well. So I am doing the best I can to grow my channel more, and I'm always bringing more content to my channel. I'm always saying this is a video gaming channel. At some point in the future, I think it'll be fun to do more comedic stuff again. Like I did in the past when I was just goofing around. So, but over the past few years, this has become more of a gaming channel, for the most part. And again, just to kind of recap why I do this, obviously I just kind of do this for fun. I'm also trying to get noticed a little bit more. But mainly I just do this for fun. I know when I was getting more into video games, I've always been a gamer my whole life, but when I was getting more into video games, especially on YouTube, if there was a game that looked really good that I wanted to play, before I bought it, I would check out gameplay of it and everything on YouTube, and I would, especially with handheld games. And then when I got that game, if it was depending on the game, I would also watch walkthrough series along with the games while I was playing through them to kind of help guide me through. And that's how I kind of did it for a long time. You know, and I still do. Whenever there's a game that looks like I want to get, I watch gameplay of it, I stay updated on it, and then when it comes out, I finally get it or I pre-order it. And so mainly the reason, and I remember thinking, you know, even if there were games that I knew I would never really play on my own, it's still, you know, if it still looked interesting enough to me, I'd watch other people do walkthroughs of it. I'd watch other people play through the game itself if it looked entertaining enough to me. Like, for example, like Alien Isolation. I don't play horror video games because to me, they scare me too much to be able to enjoy the game itself, but they're still really good games. And so I ended up watching Markiplier's run through of Alien Isolation. That dude's hilarious. I know everybody knows who Markiplier is. Maybe a bit of a generic example, but I don't care. His playthrough of it was awesome and supremely entertaining to watch. So it's stuff like that. If there's a game that I'm not really interested in playing myself, but interested in the story, I'll still watch other people on YouTube play through it. And then also for people who might be interested in the game but aren't sure whether to get it or not, that's what walkthroughs are for, and watching the gameplay of it and seeing if they'd be interested. That's the whole point. I think the two main points, I think, are those when it comes to video game walkthroughs, seeing if you're interested. Because, you know, gaming walkthroughs are geared toward the gaming community. And so that's why I'm doing this. Those are the three main reasons. For fun, and then showing people what it's like, what different games are like, you know, if they want to play it or if they don't want to play it but still want to experience the story of it, then you know, that's why I do this. And I pander. I try to pander to any and all audiences, anyone who might be interested. Really, just take a quick peek. Even if you're not a gamer, it doesn't matter, man. Come and check this stuff out. It's really cool. That's why I do it, and I'm pretty sure that's why most everybody else on YouTube does this too. So I don't think I'll ever get into PC gaming. I've played a few games on PC, but I would never get into it like a lot of other people are. I'm strictly a console gamer. At some point in the future, I would like to figure out what kind of like gear, software I would need to record handheld game footage. Once I figured that out, I could definitely bring some handheld games to my channel. That's a goal that I kind of have for this channel in the future. Once I figured that out, I think it'll be great. I can finally cover like some Pokemon games and like Zelda and all that stuff. I think it'd be great, and I think it'd be cool to do like just online matches of like Smash 4 and whatever, just to show you guys. It's all good stuff. It's all good fun. It's all good under the hood, baby. Besides, I just want to move the hell on from the Middle Earth series. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor was fun to play through and finally complete on my channel. But now that it's continued in Shadow of War, and especially after all the grinding I've been doing with Shadow Wars, I want to be done with this series already. I really do. You know, once you've been on something for so long, I mean, I've been on this from 2017 going into 2018 now, so the fact that this series has spanned 2 different years for me on my channel already, it's just something that I want to be done with already so I can move on to other games that I, you know, have already told you guys that I intend on covering. And so once you've been on something for so long, it can get really daunting and boring really quickly. But you just got to stay consistent. If you're really that committed, then you will follow it through. And I plan on following through with all games that I cover on my channel, or most games anyway, ones that aren't too difficult. And once I decide to, you know, blah blah blah, talking in circles. You guys know what I mean.
It's all right. It's all right. Easy. Easy.
Figures Ratbag would come to you for help. What took you so long?
Can you walk?
Kelly doesn't understand at all. I was tortured, I was starved, but yes, I can walk and look fine after. And if we're going after Bruise, I can fight.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'll take that as a yes. How about nobody understands black speech in LA? Like nobody, like all the main characters like Ratbag, Talion, like they don't understand black speech. So whenever Ranger, quote unquote, talks, it's so funny to see them converse with him. Nobody understands him.
That makes 2 of us.
You figure Ratbag of all people would, you know, at least understand some of what he's saying, because he's an orc. And don't most orcs understand black speech? But it's like black speech is kind of like a Latin almost. It's a dead language and known only to a few, especially in Mordor. Since Sauron's been gone for so long, not many people in Mordor know it. Not many orcs either.
Ranger out of his cage.
Alright, let's finish you off once and for all, Ho Chi Minh.
I'd like to see you try.
Damn, he's bleeding out quick. I mounted the big Olog. I was able to take him out pretty quickly.
it just ended?
No. Ranger! Come here, you big glob, you!
Kitorum du Rakutun Ro Balanu.
It's good to see you too.
Pagnak. Yambers Nusaida. Bushtan Karakan.
It's almost like he's talking.
Wow.
Gravewalk. Now, thank you, Bright Lord. We are even.
I don't want the fort. I don't want the fort. I never wanted the fort.
Is that Bruce? You broke him. I'd rather die than live like that.
That's the point.
Come on, Ranger. Let's get out of here. She's giving me the creeps.
You're a cruel one, Gravewalker.
Holy shit, he actually spoke English.
Now,
You're a
brethren,
cruel
give
one,
Mordor
Gravewalker.
to think twice before challenging us.
Well, that was fun. Finally showed him what for. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the last Bruise mission, and now we have but 2 more fortresses to take over before we can take on the final mission of the game. So, I'm going to go ahead and capture Kirith Ungol really quickly. And I will capture Fortress in Gorgoroth off-screen. And then when we come back, we will be covering the final episode of Shadow of War. Like I said before, I will provide a link in the description of Part 13 to the ending cutscene to show you guys what the end of the story looks like. And then once I do that, I will do about a 10 to 15 minute or so review video separate with background video of Shadow of War, and then we will move on to bigger and better things. So, let's pick our 6th Assault leader now that we're level 45. And we're going to go ahead and get some inspiring banners to give us the rage in battle. If you see those 4 empty slots, originally, like I said, I tried conquering this once before. I took out all the war chiefs, but I wasn't able to kill the Overlord for some stupid reason. The loser got the better of me. But now we go and do it. Now we go and do it right.
Would you like this fort for your very own, Ranger? I wasn't entirely clear on that before, when you came and ran your little army through our meat grinder. You cannot scare us! You cannot take this fortress! What you can take is your sweet time, dying in its dungeons!
What the fuck is that shit all over his face and body? Is that fungus? Whatever the hell it is, it looks malignant. It looks malignant as fuck. Does not look good. He's one fugly motherfucker. Let's go cure whatever ails him. Seriously. He needs some topical cream. Ah, I'm poisoned. Oh no. Sorry, that was a yawn. Oh no, he's terrified. Quit being a pansy. Easy point. I think it'd be awesome if Zugor the Infested was badass just to defend this fort entirely on his own, even though I took out all of his other war chiefs. Like, if he somehow kept managing to defeat me, like if I somehow still kept not being good enough to defeat him, if he was still too difficult to overcome, that would be really interesting. The whole point of the Nemesis system is that, you know, none of these orcs is the same. Like, each one's different from the last, and certain orcs might be more difficult to overcome than others. Not each one's going to be as easy to defeat as the last, and especially in Shadow War. And so, that's the whole point of the Nemesis system, is to make each captain and war chief who go up against, you know, more of a challenge, which is great. Like I said, the Nemesis system in this game is greatly improved upon from Shadow of Mordor. Let's go ahead and purchase a skill before we go ahead and take this Fraggle stick on again. The Might Doubler, yeah. They call me Talion the Mighty.
I rejected you once already, and now you and your friends want to move in? Well, let's see whether you're worthy.
I think what made this fight so difficult for me the first time around is that there's poison that shoots up from the floor vents in this room, and I kept getting surrounded by enemies, and so it made it really, really difficult to take this guy on, but we gonna kick his ass now. I can still summon followers. Yeah, I should have stunned him. That's okay. These counterings have gotten like much quicker, and it's like there's a limited window now for me to do my perfect counter execution. Flipped you over. Die, doggy. Die. Well, not real doggy. Evil doggy. Die, evil doggy. Ooh, fear of execution. I got his ass now. Ain't nowhere he can run. Ain't nowhere he can hide. Ain't nothing he can do. That Might Doubler really... Well, I already had the Might Doubler, but there's another perk you can purchase and activate under that like effects, like abilities and effects that effects that cause you to lose might now don't cause you to lose might. Like if you take the wrong swing of a sword, in your hit streak. Like, it won't cause you to lose might, and I think other things that cause you to lose might don't cause you to lose it. And then also, if you use an execution, it takes up less of your might than it did before. And now you're broken, and now you're mine.
Thank you, Master! The Dark Lord our strength! We have taught him the folly of challenging us! Now he knows that the Bright Lord and his army will not be stopped! Mordor will soon be ours!
Alright guys, that is how you capture a fortress. Who shall we promote to Overlord? Certainly not Zugor. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, part 13 will be the final episode in this series, and instead of showing the final part of Shadow Wars, I will leave a link in the description of part 13 to the end credit scene, or to the, not the end credit scene, but the final cutscene and the end of the game. And then after that I will do a separate review video of Shadow of War. So, thank you all so much for watching. My name has been I'm the Dude 5. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or turn on the bell icon for notifications of future content. Like this video as well as any others of mine that you may enjoy, including the one I provide on screen. Feel free to comment on my videos, things you want to see in the future, things you think I could possibly improve on. Also, I will provide a link on screen to my friend Night the Wolf's YouTube channel. Be sure to check him out, like, and subscribe to him as well. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. As always, stay classy. I will see you all out there in the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie.